Welcome, Chuds. Welcome. Jason, Sonoran Slinger, and got some lurkers too. Hope everybody's well. So right before I started the stream, I noticed the video that I was going to talk about was deleted. It disappeared from my watch later list and my history, and I couldn't find it searching for it. But that's okay. I can talk about it a little bit and watch something else instead that kind of proves my point. Well, proves part of my point. Might be wondering what nut picking what nut picking means. It's well, let me pull up a definition that will probably explain it better than I could. It's a rhetorical tactic. Coined by Kevin Drum, specifically about cherry picking the most extreme fringe member of a group to represent the whole group's position. It's kind of like straw manning and poisoning the well. It's like if you have an opposition to something, and a group of that opposition has legitimate complaints, and another part of that opposition is like a fringe group of conspiracy theorists. Nut picking would be ignoring the legitimate complaints and only talking about the fringe conspiracy theorists. Some of you might already know what I'm talking about. I honestly didn't want to talk about this again. But then I saw that video, and this person's continuously putting out content about this subject, and his sycophants are basically drawing lines in the sand, telling people that they don't want to be friends with them anymore because they are criticizing his buddy. Conspiracy theories are only crazy. Well, yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that are true, but those would be actual conspiracies, not just theories. There's a lot that are also completely insane. Hey, Mella. So yeah, I really didn't want to keep talking about this, but that video made me want to at least address it a little bit. I don't like just criticizing people for no reason. But when you kind of abandon what you claim to stand for, I think that's kind of fair game to criticize. So yeah, I'm talking about Andrew Wilson becoming the new attack dog for Tapusa. This whole thing, this whole idea that the enemies of my enemy are my friends is it's kind of retarded, to be honest with you. And like I was upset when Charlie Kirk got killed. I you know, obviously didn't want to see that happen. But I disagreed with him on some very big issues. So I wouldn't, I mean, sure, he owned the blue-haired libs on college campuses, great, but I think some of the things that he stood for outweighed that, and so I wouldn't say that he's on my side. You know, being okay with gay marriage and those gays adopting children, and being extremely pro-Israel, that's not my side. I don't care how many libs he owned. That's not my side. Sorry. So the nut picking. Because Andrew Wilson is apparently the new attack dog for Tapusa. What he's nut picking is any criticism he's acting like the only criticism is coming from Candace Owens viewers and you know, people with kind of no evidence for their claims, and you know, Candace Owens saw something in a dream and blah blah blah. I've never watched Candace Owens. I've watched clips of her mispronouncing words. That's about it. My criticism is that he is working for and with an organization that is extremely pro-Zionism. And is okay with degenerates as long as they vote for Trump. And you know, homosexuals and degenerate rappers are not on my side. I don't care who they voted for. So the video that they deleted, it was him and Rob Noor nut picking, and the majority of the video was actually them just making fun of the way that the guy looked, and not like his hairstyle or anything that he could change. It was just the way, you know, just like his face. And I mean, the guy didn't look that much worse than Rob. It was like it was a fat guy with a mustache. I mean, it was kind of rich coming from a guy who gets out of breath from speaking. But what's up, League? Good to see you, man. It's been a while. Arnie, what's up, dude? So yeah, it's unfortunate that we couldn't pull up that video. I don't know why they deleted it. But we can watch something real quick that kind of shows my complaints about Tapusa and about working for them. Earphones are all twisted up. Oops. This is about an hour long. It was right after the assassination happened.
Utah Valley University.
I'm not gonna watch this whole retarded thing. But pretty early on in it, I think it was, yeah, here we go. It's about 20 minutes in. This is a town hall that Erica Kirk did on CBS. Rob's a good dude, but everybody's entitled to their opinions. Yeah, I like Rob. I don't have a problem with him. I think what he did to Hello Listener was kind of bullshit, but that's, it doesn't really have anything to do with me. I just think that working with a Zionist organization, you're not on my side. But it's not, he's kind of standing by his friend, which, is fine. I can't criticize that. So anyway, this was right after it happened on CBS News, Town Hall with Erica Kirk, hosted by this lady, Barry Weiss, who is Jewish, obviously.
Of Sarah Milgram. Sarah was fatally shot last May outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C.
What's up,
alongside
Slows?
Yaron Lashinsky, her boyfriend. Sarah was just 26 years old when she was killed. Bob, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Barry. Hello, Erica.
Yes, sir.
Just as our family could not anticipate the pain we've been going through following the murder of our daughter, Sarah, there is no way I can understand the pain that you and your children are going through as a result of Charlie's tragic death. Our daughter was killed because of anti-Semitism, hate against Jews, and hate against the Jewish homeland, Israel. We know about the growth of anti-Semitism on the left, including here in New York City, where the mayor-elect still will not condemn the phrase, globalize the intifada. What I want you to address is growing anti-Semitism on the right, including Holocaust denial, anti-Zionism, and the normalizing of centuries-old conspiracy theories about Jews. Will you here condemn the individuals spreading that hate and speak out clearly enough against anti-Semitism so we can prevent another tragedy?
Yes, sir. First of all, I'm so sorry. You and I are a part of a very small club. Painful.
Very
But you're in
small
good
club
company,
of
and I will pray
Jews.
for you. It sucks, doesn't it?
Sucks, doesn't it? See, it like there's oh man, I have so much to say about this, but it's my thoughts are all running together. There's a couple criticisms that that I see this side putting towards people like me. not me directly, I'm nobody, but you know, people who think like I do. One criticism is like virtue signaling. How can you mock a grieving widow and stuff like that? And I think that's absurd. When she's coming out to rap music with fireworks going off and doing all these tours instead of being at home with her family, and immediately after going on a Jewish town hall and talking about how important Israel is. So that's a bullshit excuse. Pardon my language. And I've also seen the excuse of, you know, how can you criticize Andrew? You know, because he's a fellow Orthodox Christian, and he's bringing a lot of, well, because he's a fellow Orthodox Christian, and I can show you so-called. I'm not saying that Andrew is so-called, but this other guy, I can show you a so-called Orthodox Christian on YouTube who is a communist, and there's photos of him cross-dressing. Am I not supposed to criticize that either because he's apparently Orthodox Christian? Am I not supposed to? Are we not supposed to criticize? What's that guy's name? Apostate prophet who wears a yarmulke and kisses the wall and is pro-Zionist because he claims to be Orthodox Christian. Who dat? What's his name? Oh man, I can't even remember his name now. Verilium, I think is his name. He kind of seems like he wants to be like I don't know who Thaddeus is. I'm talking about Verilium. He kind of seems like he wants to be like another Nick Fuentes type. I'll pull up one of his videos maybe and show you guys. Rhetorically Defective did some good stuff, kind of exposing that guy. So yeah. And one of the excuses that I heard for didn't know his lore. Yeah. He's part of like a group called like MAGA Communists or something like that, which is just absolutely retarded. But so one of the excuses that I heard for Andrew working with Tapusa was that he's gonna use it to bring more people to Orthodoxy, and he probably does bring people to Orthodoxy through his own streams and debates. But yeah, Will Sexton, yeah, that sounds right. But I don't really think that's his goal in working with. I might be wrong. You know, I can't read his mind, but I don't think that's his goal with working with Tapusa. And I don't really see how that would work. But yeah, I don't know.
Hate is hate.
No tears coming out.
It's evil. Charlie and I have always been very clear on our stance. Israel, Jewish people. It's awful. Awful. Anti-Semitism is what healing factor comes out of hating Jewish people? What healing factor comes out of hating Christians? What healing factor comes out?
Moldy. What's up, man? Yeah, so like I said, I really didn't want to talk about this again, but if he's just going to keep nut picking and making content about it, and people drawing lines in the sand and saying that they don't want to be friends anymore over memes, that's just crazy. So and I mean, to be fair, I think that some of the criticism is obviously coming from the Candace Owens types, and they have very big platforms. So they're the loudest with their complaints about it. So it makes sense that he would defend himself against them. But I have not seen any defense of the kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
Hate in general.
They're doing
Nothing.
an X space right now on Tapusa. Yeah, of course they are.
Nothing.
That's probably going to be what his content is for the foreseeable future.
Charlie always would say very clearly, Jew hate was brain rot. He would always say
Jew
it.
hate is brain rot, guys.
We've been to Israel twice together. And
To be fair, I am retarded, but I don't know.
to be able to walk in the place where our Lord walked and see the Bible come to life in Technicolor. How could you hate that place? How could you hate the Jewish people?
I don't think anybody hates the place. I don't hate the place. I have no problem with the ground and the buildings. That's not the issue.
Why? Because
Rachel said she'd be doing X Space tonight. That's not the Tapusa one, is it? Oof. Oof,
you need to
indeed.
fulfill a conspiracy theory. I'm wrapped in, people say I'm a part of conspiracy theories all the time. It's sick, and it needs to stop. We are human. No one is perfect. No Christian is perfect. No Jew is perfect. No Muslim is perfect. We are broken, sinful humans in need of a Lord and Savior. And that's why it is so important to give your life to the Lord. Because
Let's
once
do
you do that
something
and
here.
you fully surrender to the Lord, you have no room in your heart for hate.
There we go.
And so, sir, I am
better.
so sorry what happened to your daughter. I pray that does not happen, and I pray that that is something that we can somehow extinguish in this world. But we are living in enemy-occupied territory, and every single day we need to guard ourselves, guard our minds, guard our heart, and the best way to do that is reading God's Word. And you cannot separate the Old Testament from the New Testament. You cannot. You cannot.
Bob, do you want to ask a follow-up?
Is there anything specific that Turning Point can do to combat anti-Semitism?
Yeah, so we're all of our college campus and high school campuses, we have these conversations. And our students understand exactly my heart and Charlie's heart and the sentiment of everything I just said. We have Shabbat dinner happening at AmFest. We have individuals in our chapters who are Jewish. We have people that are going to be having booths. We have an exhibit hall at AmFest that are Jewish, that have Jewish organizations. The only way to combat evil, just like Charlie did, is with dialogue and not being afraid to do it. If you have these things that are being said, you need to counter it with the truth. And if you don't, there's a void and a vacuum. And so even though they're a small number, they get louder and louder. So we need to do our best, which we are doing. We're doing our part.
All right, I've had about enough of this nonsense. I left my cup of water in the other room, so I'm just going to grab that real quick. I'll just put on some music for a second. It'll take me less than a minute to go grab it. Let's see. Grabbing water music.
I remember you well in the Chelsea Hotel. You were dark and so brave and so sweet.
I think I have some other stuff we can look at. I was kind of surprised to see this on the. Actually, no, I don't want to watch that one. All right, we got a couple options. We have a group of the biggest retards you've ever seen breaking into Epstein Island for a YouTube video. Or this guy that I saw on Jim Bob put out a video today. It's this old guy who some of you guys might know who he is. He thinks that like every rock and cave and fossils and everything are actually petrified or fossilized giants. So this one, he thinks that this rock formation is a giant lung. And there's one where he thinks a cave is a giant's vagina, which is pretty hilarious. I don't know. What do you guys want to watch? The retards breaking into Epstein Island, or giants' lungs in the desert? The chat freeze. Is that a vote? Is that a vote for Giants? Not the retards. Can I do a poll from here? Oh yeah. There we go. I'll give you guys a few minutes or so. Only 2 votes. Play nationalism. Okay. Can you my browser's freezing up. I think I have too many tabs open. Okay. Can you link his channel while I play it? Oh, damn it. I messed it up. Oh, it's too low. What the hell? My browser's freezing up. Not gonna link his channel for me.
Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Well, I'm ready. Cashed in my tokens, I'm ready. No longer broken, I'm ready. Thank God I'm found and I'm ready.
Right. Nobody wants to watch.
Ceiling, I'm ready.
Nobody wants to watch the Epstein thing.
Go toe to toe and I'm ready. Like a midnight show and I'm ready. Burn down the building, I'm done placating to the wisdomless. I got a deep dark shadow when my fingers itch. I'm gonna save this country, gonna save these kids. I'm gonna show these niggas what the white man is. I'm gonna save this country from the lying Jew. Gonna deport these Muslims and I'm coming for you. We'll scrap the whole damn thing, then we'll try it again. And this time you're not allowed in. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. The Jews, it's the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, it's the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, it's the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, it's the Jews. Hey. Gestapo leftists getting way too cozy. These media moguls getting way too nosy. All I ever heard a black man say is you owe me. If it wasn't for us, you'd be a cannibal, homie. It's time we start getting the respect we deserve, instead of giving these people something they didn't earn. These immigrants showing out with a whole lot of nerve. If she was back home, babe, they would have beheaded her. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism.
All right. Oops. One second. When your son gets caught on camera stomping an old lady's head into the pavement, robbing a gas station at gunpoint, or shooting up a playground, don't worry. We'll make him the victim. Our team of elite race lawyers will explain how systemic racism, slavery from 400 years ago, microaggressions, and the police officer's tone of voice are the real criminals. We specialize in turning the most savage, indefensible acts into powerful stories of oppression that bring CNN anchors to tears. We successfully defended clients who beat their girlfriends to death. She triggered his generational trauma, carjacked a mother in front of her kids, economic anxiety, shot at police. They made him feel unsafe. Some of the benefits for our clients include immediate celebrity status, GoFundMe millions, and lifetime excuses for any future behavior. Some of the benefits for society include burning cities, terrified neighborhoods, and the growing realization that accountability be racist. Next time your loved one gets caught in the act, don't call a public defender. Call victimhood defense lawyers, because in America, it's never our fault.
Okay, my mud fossil friends, everybody knows the POV channel guy. He goes out in the desert. He picks out spots, and then he goes out and he actually goes right on site and looks at it. I follow him closely because he's always saying, what could cause this? How did this happen? I'd love to engage with him, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get through to him. But anyway, he's out here. Here he is right there. And he's looking at this landscape, and they call these potholes. Well, what does that mean, pothole?
What does that
Well,
mean?
I'm going to tell you exactly what it means and exactly what this is that he's looking at.
What does
Because I
that
have
mean?
some of that same stuff here in my shop. It's a little smaller, but it's exactly the same thing. And here it is right here. And I'll explain to you, uno momento, exactly what it is. Okay, here we go. This is the POV channel guy. He has been scoping this place out for quite some time, he said. And he decided to go out and walk around and look at it. Now, what I have in my hand is what he has walking on there. I'll show it to you in the microscope. Now, this, they call these potholes. They have no explanation for them. And I do. Because that is a lung. This is a lung just as well. And it's devoid of all of the, you know, the stuff that would be blood and so forth like that. It's primarily now just the fascia and the connective tissue and so forth that allows it to do this like a sponge. And this is like a sponge too. It's just dried out. And same thing with this. It doesn't have any sponginess, but when this just died and all that stuff came out, it would be like, you'd be able to do it just like a sponge. It would go in and come out. Same thing here, only once they dry, they'd get very hard. Now, let's see what he does here. And I'm not trying to steal his work. I'm just trying to illuminate what exactly it is. And normally he asks, can anybody explain this? Or how did this happen? And I've been able to explain things, but you know, my explanations, a lot of people have a hard time with. So I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to explain what I'm seeing here. And what I'm seeing is a lung from a giant creature. That's a giant creature. This is
I don't know if I can make
human.
it. I don't know if I can make it much.
I don't know what kind of a creature. So very
much
shaped,
longer
very
through
similar to a
this.
human lung, but I don't know what kind of.
Yeah, let's look for one of his other videos. The cave one is extremely funny. I don't know when it was though. Caves? Is that it? More evidence on where the moon came from and what it's made of. Maybe it was that cave one. Where was that? Crap. I hope this is it. Hello? The hell? Okay.
And it's in Peru. This is Derek Olson, and this is in Peru. Now, I claim it is basically the same as that, which it's two possibilities. It could be tendon fibers, which resemble these very
I don't think this is the right
closely,
one. Oh, wait,
and,
here.
or muscle
Maybe it
fibers.
is.
But that is not. And so what do you see here if you are thinking?
Oh, this is a different one,
That
but it's the
is
same
a female body part, and it's still peeing. Now, this is on Jupiter, and it's also a female body part, and it gave birth to Venus 3,500 BC, or 3,500 years ago. All the tubes and the channels and the caves and so forth in the Earth basically are made of body parts, and they're still flowing blood, urine, everything through them. All right, it's turned into regular water, but it's coming out of a vagina. And I'm extremely frustrated at academia for not doing their job. They are the disgrace, and it's time to straighten this mess out. Okay, my outstanding friends, look at what you're seeing right there. That is intestinal tissue. And there's a guy walking around on that down here. He'll come back around in a second. You can see him. There he is. He's walking around on this stuff. Now, I showed, this is Vermilion Cliff. Same thing. It's solid red blood. This is the inside of intestines. All right, my friends. My frustration runneth over. You see this? That is a blood vessel. It's an artery, and it's leaking red blood. Eventually, it dried up. These guys are looking up there saying, what the hell is that all about? Yeah. This is tissue, and that is an artery. Look closely at what you see inside of veins and arteries. They have this type of a pattern. This guy is standing inside of what I believe is an artery. There's the pattern. Everything in the body had tubes of gigantic creatures, and that ran blood at one time. This is in Iceland, inside of a huge cave. That right there is the vein, and the black blood, and that right there is the artery. They're all over the world. The Earth is a corpse, and inside of the Earth is all this tubing and all these caves and all that. That is biological. It's not just something that just happened for no reason. These are biological tubes inside of our Earth. This is the structure of an artery wall. You see this? Little bumps on the inside, and then you got this really strange structuring looking stuff. Well, I just happen to have one here that's exactly the same, only it's pretty big for an artery. There's I buffed off there and polished that so you could see. These are the layers. This is an artery. And this is, that's pretty damn big. Now, I have shown you the evidence. To me, it's a systemic refusal to engage in dialogue with somebody that has evidence that overthrows the system. The system is designed to be dominant against the student. And the students raise this, I'm telling you, they get in trouble. And even people in their own homes and families and everything, they treat them like they're idiots because they believe in the things that I'm showing, and they just refuse to see it. So their minds it's what's called menticide. They're taken over, and their own mind is not theirs anymore. It belongs to academia and peer review, and you have to agree with what everybody else says, or you're out of it. And that pretty much is true. So what's their options? Well, I look for truth, so that's the way I'm going to go. Thank you. Have a sterling day. Please, thumbs up. Help this knowledge be aware of these things. You know, I thought some people here might find this amusing. They're always trying to do something. So.
Definitely amusing. That wasn't the one that I was looking for specifically, but it was another cave that's a vagina. Yeah, I don't know. He has too many videos. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Only humans can massively change the earth for good or bad, like bacteria on us. Are we bacteria? So much nonsense. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I don't want to keep scrolling through all these. I'll give it another minute and give up. Cave to Remember? Is that it? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Hold on. I'll try to search for it. I don't think I'll be able to find it though. What's his name? Mud Fossil University. Cave. Largest cave is female. Sacred Womb Cave. I don't know. That's not it. Come on. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Okay, my friends, this is Roger. This is ABC News, and Ginger, I think it's Ginger Z, is down inside of this, and they have drones in this cavern. Now, what I want you to look at is the mud fossil stuff, and I'm saying that word from now on. I don't really care anymore.
It is inside a mountain, inside a jungle in central Vietnam. And
now they're inside of a cave, and this is the digestive system of this creature.
This, I have to be honest with you, has been one of, or...
See that? Anybody who knows mud fossils understands. And then you're going to see where it comes down and the muscles meet and so forth. See, this is where the abrupt transition is right here.
I would say, most difficult dangerous and grittiest assignments I have ever been a part of. Let me explain a little of what's happening. It may look like a white sand beach where we're standing. We've been staying in these tents. We've been cooking over fires. This, again, is very remote. We are not close to any civilization, but we've got a lot of folks around us, a great team that has come together because we had to find a hidden world that was only a third of a mile from here. And there was...
That's some muscle tissue that abruptly transitions here.
only found a couple of decades ago.
He's
but
got to
really
be
was
trolling.
not discovered and explored until 2009. So this is brand new to our world, this subterranean surreal life that has been revealed, and now you get to be a part of it, including the awesome images you'll see from our friends here at DJI Drones. All right, let's get right into it.
Now, I've been watching this from the beginning, basically. You see this? This is all biology. This is all biology.
We entered.
Now, see, when they're going through these things, they're just walking through them real quick. I'm looking at all the structure in here.
I guarantee you don't think that's a vagina.
All the intestine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... well, I'm just going to click it on and off as we go through it. They're
Through a claustrophobic crevice.
all right.
You have to crawl to get
You see, look, boom, 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 boom. This is
Boom, boom, boom. Yep.
that's like a membrane wall,
into the biggest cave in the world.
and they're digging through these.
Then it opens up
I don't want to miss this part with the GoPro.
and drops down and down.
Digging
and
through
down.
these
Look
what?
at where they're
I
going.
can't see beyond the narrow beam of my headlamp, but I am keenly aware that those ropes
Whoops. You see the patterning. Now, what you want to look at is the patterning here.
I can't see beyond the narrow beam.
What's
of my
up,
headlamp,
FPS?
But I am keenly
You see it? That's not just runoff. This is you're going to see a lot.
aware that those ropes are
A lot that I understand.
here because of fall.
You see this? And I'll show you how I can tell. I know
You see
exactly
this?
what it is. This is on dawn.
You see this?
Look real. At the bottom, I feel like I've landed on another
Look,
planet.
you know,
Look,
planet.
yeah, you know.
A
Yeah.
subterranean rushing river. Yes. Now I find myself
see, look, those little tendon balls, or that's something along that line.
in Mother Nature's sculpture garden,
Something-
filled with prehistoric boulders and stalagmites, gigantic columns built up from calcium deposited by dripping water. So this is a stalagmite?
Yeah, we're actually inside a stalagmite here, where the water's worn away, all the bottom.
Now, that is true. Those things emit all kinds of chemistry, yes. That's their job in life, too. That's why they find them in certain areas. They have a lot of limestone, calcium coming out of them, and things like that. In other areas, are salty. That is that's the way it works.
After a grueling hour, an illuminating light 1,000 feet overhead.
Spectacular. So every turn, there's something else.
Man, I wish I could find that other video. It's so funny.
Colossal skylight where the chamber ceiling collapsed is called a dolime, breathing life into this underground world. It's a lush green oasis. Our camp's white sand beaches lit up below.
It looks like Avatar in here. It doesn't feel real. No.
This is
It's
that
actually
hidden
kinda
world
cool.
we've been chasing.
You see it? I'm not certain of what all these things are. I haven't really done
Yeah,
a
clearly.
real good analysis of it. I can tell you what.
They're called
it
rocks.
is all
Upper
biology.
River
Idiot.
Cave, the planet's largest and visited by fewer explorers than outer space.
Just look at this. It is unbelievable. I'm standing on this colossal stalagmite, the jewel in the crown of Songdong Cave. It's the moment that took my breath away, and it's also the moment I realized we're
You
not
see that's not a stalactite. That's some kind of biology of
Some
you
kind
know,
of.
a villi or something.
halfway there yet.
Sweat. We press on, and suddenly I'm in a jungle under a second monster skylight. Not atop a mountain, but inside it. Way inside it. More than 800 feet below the surface.
You don't normally get trees and jungle in caves. That's why it's quite different.
Jungle plants and animals from above adapting to this unique subterranean netherworld.
We've come across monkeys, been sticks thrown at me by monkeys.
In here?
In here,
They're
yeah.
throwing sticks at
Throwing
you.
sticks.
What a view from those drone cameras. This mammoth crater big enough to park 2 747s inside and tall enough to fit an 80-story skyscraper. The cave's
That
flowing
graphic with the drone just constantly circling around right in the middle of the screen. So annoying.
river, the creator of this alien world, carving its way through a
If you just look at the way they portray it
limestone mountain for 2 million
I'm looking,
years,
Roger.
and watch what I show
I'm
you
looking.
in a minute.
forming the largest underground chamber on Earth. More than 1.3 billion cubic feet of subterranean awesomeness. That
Okay, this says it all.
The majesty of this place will take you on such an emotional journey. I feel superior because I climbed this. I'm part of history. But I feel inferior because if something this grandiose was just found, imagine what else is out there.
Yeah, just imagine. Okay, once
You see,
again,
that's
get
not
an
a trial, it's some
anatomist.
kind of bio.
Take a look at this.
Is this a vagina?
That right there, I am saying, is the abdominal seam. When the abdominal cavity is formed, it inverts and causes it to create a seam. And that is the fusion material that is binding it. That is almost identical to the stuff that holds on to ligaments and tendons. And this is a female body part. I won't say words, but that's the body part of a female, the internal
Knew it.
reproductive system.
Of
Okay,
course.
so let's play doctor. We all know how the human reproductive interaction happens, and then they end up with a sperm and an egg creating a zygote, and then it starts to split and create individual cells, and you come up with a ball of cells. And at this point, none of these cells know what they're going to be. This is called a blastula. There's a certain point at what's called cell differentiation, and then where those cells find themselves, they will know what to do. At this point, these are what they call embryonic stem cells. They can do anything. Now, so we got a blastocele. Now, what does that mean? It's just a ball of cells. Then all of a sudden, it inverts. You see, it pinches in. It's like this thing here goes bloop, and it pops right.
Yeah, why is it not playing with music? Oh, it is playing.
Inside here. So you got one layer here and one layer out here. And that layer comes up and it fuses in the inside layer, and then it pinches off down here and creates your gut lining. The inside is your gut lining. And this is what creates that seam that I just showed. All right, so don't forget, if any gynecologist can certainly testify to what I am saying. I would certainly hope, and any woman that wants to investigate on her own should be able to determine that there is what you would call a mat, which is different.
Yeah, any gynecologist would say the same thing that Roger here is saying about this cave.
Than the other tissue.
Amazing. Amazing. Man, I wish I could find that one that I was thinking of. I don't know if we want to keep watching this guy. I thought it was like one of his fairly recent videos, but I'm not seeing it. Investigate, what a creep. You telling me you disagree with what he's saying? Wait. I think it was. Let me see. What month is it? July. I think it was from like 6 or 7 months ago. So let me see. That might help narrow it down. Statues are actually Nephilim too. Interesting. Still not finding it. I don't know. I'll do some digging and try to find it for the next stream, I guess, or a future stream. Yeah, I don't know. That was obviously some kind of biology. Yeah, obviously. Obviously, and any gynecologist would concur. Oh wait, I think it was around here. I think I remember this crystal skull one. Nah, maybe not. That sucks. I wish I could find it. Jeez, scrolled through so many. How many videos does he have? 4.3 thousand videos. Yeah, that's gonna be fun trying to find I was looking at a tree today and I thought that's some kind of biology. Well, since one of the videos I wanted to watch was deleted and I can't find the other one, probably just end it here. I might be streaming again tomorrow night. Because I'm not on the movie panel that I usually do on Monday, but I'll probably wait until that's over at least to stream. So probably around the same time tomorrow night if I do stream, like 11:30 Eastern. Earthing person, trees and mountains. That's some kind of biology. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. God bless.
You are a refuge.